We're going to start off with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of vegetable shortening or manteca, 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 egg slightly beaten, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and finally 1 cup of finely chopped pecans. The first thing that we're going to do is incorporate the dry ingredients minus the sugar, which we're going to cream. We put in the cinnamon, the baking powder, the baking soda, and we're also going to add a little pinch of salt. Okay, we just whisk these ingredients together just to make sure that they are incorporated and everything gets evenly distributed. Okay, and then our mixer, starting with the paddle attachment, and you can do this with the handheld mixer as well. We're going to add our sugar, add our shortening, and we're going to cream this together for approximately 3 minutes. You can even do these by hand. It's just a little tiring, but we're going to cream this together with the paddle attachment, starting on low speed. And as you start to incorporate it, you're going to kick up the speed a little bit because you want it to blend well. You want it real light and fluffy, which gives your cookie a lighter, flakier consistency at the end. Stop right about there. Get it bigger. Break down your sides. We're going to incorporate our egg and our vanilla. Okay, you drop in your slightly beaten egg. Okay, get everything in there. And your vanilla. Try to get the best possible vanilla that you can get your hands on. And really this will work with any extract that you flavor of your choice. If you want to put orange, it works perfectly. A little orange zest will work perfect in this recipe as well. I'm going to take you to it so you can see exactly what we have here. Very creamy, light and airy. And at this point, we're going to add our flour. We're going to mix it in 1/2 cup at a time. You don't want to rush this, and you don't want to have flour all over the place. So start it off at a low speed. Wait till it incorporates before you drop in your next one. Get the bowl, flip it all in, wait till it incorporates, and then I'm going to sprinkle in my chopped pecans, give it a last whisk. You don't need to overbeat it, just enough to get the pecans incorporated. And that's it. And then it's going to feel in some cases where it's a little sandy, but that's where you put your hands to work. Okay, you get it all in there. No last drop. Okay. Too much. Okay. Pecans, everything's well incorporated. Let me show you exactly the consistency. See? Beautiful. It's going to make for a nice and flaky polvorone. Okay, and at this point what we do is we just let the dough rest for about 15 minutes, and then you can get your utensils ready for the sizing of the cookies. And I have several sizes that I use, and it just depends on what mood I'm in. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. You can do this with your hands. Pick a size of dough ball that you want. You know, this is a pretty good size here. And I have different scoops. You know, you can use this big, large one if you want to get done in a hurry. and then you just place them on your cookie sheet, okay? But at this point, we're not going to do this. We're just going to, going to let the dough rest. See, whichever's faster for you. We're going to let the dough rest for about 15 minutes, and I'll see you back in a moment. Guys, here I have the cookies already set out. I made the balls on this cookie sheet, and I put a silicone pad on it, but you can just use a parchment paper or foil paper, no pad at all. And you warm up your oven through 325. You have to have a preheated oven. And what I do is I get the back of a measuring cup and a little bit of flour, and I push them down. You don't want them too close together because they are going to spread a little bit. And just spread them down like that. Okay? And then, okay, after you have your cookie trays ready, you're going to pop these in a 325-degree oven, preheated oven, and you're going to bake them for approximately 25 to 30 minutes. They will rise and spread just a little bit, and then you take them out to cool on a cooling rack. As soon as the first tray comes out, I'll show you what they look like. Okay guys, these were in the oven approximately 27 minutes. This is what they look like. And the bottom is just a little toasty golden brown, okay? You set them on a cooling rack for about 15 minutes. I have them just on a regular cooling rack. And then we're gonna dredge them in some powdered sugar or cinnamon and regular granulated sugar. And this is just a half a cup of granulated sugar with a tablespoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. And this is just regular confectioner sugar, powdered sugar. So we're going to wait for them to cool, not completely cold, otherwise the sugar does not stick, and we'll get back to you as soon as we get to that point. Okay guys, the cookies have been cooling for about 15 minutes, and now I just dip them into the sugar with cinnamon, and it coats the cookies, and you just keep going till you're done. And like I said, I like to do a combination of powdered sugar and the sugar with the cinnamon. These are such a great treat for the holidays. Okay, here's the powdered sugar. I just like to drip it in there and move it around. Make sure they're well coated. I like to go a little heavy on the powdered sugar. And then you just set them out. And you just keep going till you're done with all the cookies. Let them cool, and you can store them in a container if there's any left after your family gets done with these cookies, because they're just absolutely fabulous. They make great gifts for Christmas as well. Treat bags for teachers, neighbors. And there you go. This is my version of Polvorones Mexicanos. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope to see you back. Please leave your comments of any recipe you may like to share of your version of these polvorones, and please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you back soon, guys. Bye.